morning, and your agenda is presented, Madam President.
Thank you. We will call this meeting of the Ohio High Point Joint Vocational School District to order. Roll call, please.
Boswell. Brookhart.
Here.
Buck.
Here.
Burrows.
Here.
Campbell. I do not see Alyssa Dunham. Ludlow.
Here.
McConnell.
Here.
McMahill.
Here.
I do not see Moore, Mauser, or Purcell.
Mauser is here with me in the office.
That's right. Right. Sorry about that. Sorry. Reams.
Yes.
Nan Savage. No.
I've not seen her either.
Stanford.
Here.
Do not see Paige Wallace. And I saw Brian Wright come in.
I'm here.
All right, there we go. We will do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we will move to item 3. Comments and communications, Dr. Smith?
I would say, we have some administrators here on the call tonight, excited. And so those are our guests, I think, tonight. I haven't seen any press or anybody else come in.
Okay, would you be able to move the agenda up just a
Sure.
little bit? And then I can start with the resolutions. There we go. Back down just a little bit. So I can catch the first part of, I think it's the first part of 5. 4.
4A.
The
4A.
board resolution. So this would be the board resolutions and action items. And then this one is for, wow, it's too small. It has, according to the general contractor of the career technical, it's very small for me. I can hardly read it. So for item 4A, we need a motion and a second, thank you, to bring it on the floor for discussion and then vote.
McMahill.
I heard McMahill. Who did the second?
Buck.
Thank you. And then Dr. Smith, you.
So this is the motion to accept Monarch as the construction, everything from their base bid to accepting all of the alternates. So
Can you
all
go
the
to
alternates.
page 2?
Huh?
Can you move the page down, please?
Sure.
There. Keep going.
Trying.
Thank you.
It's not flowing very well.
Stop.
Yeah, stop.
So all of the alternates are at 26,164,000. And so the rest is just kind of talking about the process of bid opening, the scope review that we have received from Freitag, a recommendation letter, as well as today I got all of their references that they did. And so this is just a motion to accept Monarch as the overall project general contractor.
Okay, could you continue to move the page some? Because the board then resolves. There we go. Okay, super. Does anybody have any questions or comments at this point of Dr. Smith? Hearing none, we will vote. A roll call vote, please, Eric.
Brookhart.
Yes.
Buck.
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Ludlow,
Yes.
McConnell,
Yes.
McMahill,
Yes.
Mauser,
Yes.
Reams,
Yes.
Stanford,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Oswell.
Yes.
Motion carries. History was just made, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we will move to item 4B. Okay. Selecting the consultant firms and authorizing negotiations of agreements for services. I need a motion and a second to bring it to the floor for discussion and vote.
Buck.
McConnell.
Thank you. And then each of these papers were in our board packet. So Dr. Smith, do you want to take this?
Yeah. So basically then, and if you resaw the estimate, I should also say in the initial estimate, these were all in here as placeholders. Some were maybe at a little bit different pricing until we finalized what the bid was, and then we got hard pricing from these consultants. NV5 is a scheduling consultant to make sure that we have a schedule and that we keep them on schedule. A building envelope helps us look at the outside going on, the roofing, those type of things. You have to have testing on site for your concrete and different material testing that takes place in a project. And then in compliance is the owner rep. That's actually our attorneys. This is their group that helps us through the same process. Now that we have gotten kind of, as I think he kind of explained, instead of calling them the attorneys, this is more of the owner's rep taking on the new kind of monthly service role. And so two things you should know too here with the estimate. One, last time in the estimate, we had about $500,000 for career tech equipment. Since we had the $34,960 in the total estimate, we weren't taking out all the Sloan money and putting it where we needed to, so we made sure all the Sloan equipment was purchased. So in that career tech equipment line of the estimate, I moved that to 1.1 million. That changed the total amount of money that we have now in our contingency to right around $3.2 million. And so just made sure of that. And also right now, if you remember, we had a big discussion about having the legal fees be paid for by the general fund. That was mainly because we didn't know what the bids or the estimate was going to come in at. Since we have come in with a good estimate and good bids so far, the in compliance legal fees we have left here in the building fund at this time, so we don't have to take it out of general fund. So those are just two kind of changes here in the process, but we're voting on kind of the consultants to help us through this project, manage the project, and keep everything on schedule, being it's a very tight 18-month project. These are all recommendations of the attorney.
So in this first resolution, are we just doing CTL first and then next we have,
No, we're doing them as a group, I believe.
okay, because they were each as individual papers
Well,
in,
they were individual papers, but it says the board resolves down here.
okay, gotcha.
CL NB5 may in compliance. The superintendent can execute these orders. So I believe it's everybody at one time.
Okay. Anybody have questions or comments? I noticed that Mays Consulting is right here in my community of Delaware, Ohio. If there's no further discussion or questions, roll call, please.
Buck,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Ludlow,
Yes.
McConnell, McMahill,
Yes.
Mauser,
Yes.
Reams,
Yes.
Stanford,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Oswell,
Yes.
Cart.
Yes.
Motion carries. We will move on to item 4C, selecting builder's risk policy. A motion and a second to bring the policy to the floor for vote and discussion.
Buck.
Boswell.
Thank you.
So once again, this is kind of a standard part of a building project. This is the risk insurance. So if something was to take place during the project that caused some type of major damage or some type of major windstorm or something, then this would be the coverage. Eric, I don't know if you know the numbers better than I do about kind of what it covers, but this was also recommended by the attorney. We took what this carrier was providing in coverage to the attorney. They approved this as a good cost for us to go with this local company for our builder's risk insurance.
The attorney and Tom Simon, I know, have traded emails and had conversations. So I believe that all parties are comfortable with this coverage.
Super. And then, are you able to move it up the page, Dr. Smith?
I will here. Well, he likes to jump on me.
I know it does.
There's the roll call.
Roll call, please.
Burrows,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Ludlow,
Yes.
McConnell,
Yes.
McMahill,
Yes.
Mauser,
Yes.
Reams,
Yes.
Stanford,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Boswell,
Yes.
Brookhart,
Yes.
Buck.
Yes.
Motion, thank you. Motion carries. Item 4D is approving the budget allocation for the Career Tech Science Addition and Building R renovation project. A motion and a second to bring it to the floor for discussion and vote.
Buck. McMahill.
Thank you. Dr. Smith?
So this once again breaks down the total project. As you can see, 34,960,000. Just so you know, we had 34 million from our bond sales. We had 900,000 given to us for Sloan as a commitment. And then this year, Sloan gives us $200,000 a year. We asked them to bank some money for the project, so we weren't buying equipment new and then having to move it into spaces and other things. So we banked 60,000 with them. So that's where the 960 comes from. You can see then the hard cost is 26,164,000, taking all the alternates. You see what the construction drive already has cost us. You see the soft cost of the architect's fees and other testing and things that are in there for the district. see furniture, fixtures, and equipment costs. As I said, we added about a little over 500,000 or so to that last minute when I saw that error in the estimate. You see other miscellaneous costs. You see with the contingency being, like I said, just around $3.2 million for a total budget right there of 960,000. So that is what's being allocated to this budget and the process of moving forward.
Questions or comments? Could you please move the resolution up the screen and
Sure.
take me where I need to be? Thank you. If there's nothing further, roll call, please.
Campbell,
Yes.
Ludlow,
Yes.
McConnell,
Yes.
McMahill,
Yes.
Mauser,
Yes.
Reams,
Yes.
Stanford,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Boswell,
Yes.
Brookhart,
Yes.
Buck,
Yes.
Burrows.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 4E is delegating authority to conduct business related to the project, including change order authority. A motion and a second to bring it to the floor for discussion and vote.
Brookhart.
McConnell.
Thank you. And then I think we discussed this at the last board meeting, that this would give the authority to Dr. Smith to make some of the changes there immediately in order to generate purchase orders and keep the project moving forward rather than everything having to come back to the board. Dr. Smith?
Yeah, that is correct. As you can see in point 4, it gives up to $200,000 of change order responsibility. Once again, that's so we can just put a PO in place for that amount and, you know, make those small change orders of 10,000 or 25,000 or whatever here to keep the project moving. Once again, once we have the roof change order or some bigger ones, we'll bring that to the board and discussion. But it just gives us basically the legal information. This is written by the attorney to make sure that the superintendent or the treasurer can act on behalf of the board in conjunction with the legal counsel to make sure that we keep the project and everything on time and moving forward.
Questions or comments? If not, roll call, please.
Ludlow,
Yes.
McConnell,
Yes.
McMahill,
Yes.
Mauser,
Yes.
Reams,
Yes.
Stanford,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Boswell,
Yes.
Brookhart,
Yes.
Buck,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes. Yes.
Motion carries. Item 5, action items for consideration is recommended by the superintendent. 5A is a construction project supervisor stipend. A motion and a second to bring it to the floor for discussion and vote.
McConnell.
McMahon.
McConnell, then Buck is who I have.
Okay.
Once again, this was discussed with the board of the extra duties Robert Walker will take on during this project. So,
Dr. Smith, we can't hear you. Your microphone was,
I
this
can hear.
can you hear me now?
okay.
Yep, we got you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
this is what we discussed with the board for the extra work that Robert Walker will be doing And hopefully with a simplified punch list, I see this as probably being about 4 stipends.
Do the board members have questions? If not, roll call, please.
Ledlow,
Yes.
McConnell,
Yes.
McMahill,
Yes.
Mauser,
Yes.
Reams,
Yes.
Stanford,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Boswell,
Yes.
Brookhart,
Yes.
Buck,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Motion carries. And just to be clear on this too, Robert did not ask for more money. It was something that the board leadership took to Dr. Smith, and we had a conversation about this because he was putting in so many extra hours. And so we were pleased to be able to do this, and thank you for your support of Robert. And then, Dr. Smith, can you tell us what administrators are here with us tonight?
I see Allison Koch, Brad Richardson. I think Tanya Ramey was on here. I see those. Like I said, I told them they didn't need to be here, but I do see those 3. I think I'm missing anyone. John Case was on here. I don't know if he's still here. Kelsey Webb is here as always to write up the board information.
Well, I just wanted to say to the supervisors, on behalf of the Board of Education, we know that this has been a lengthy process to get us to tonight. And we thank you for your dedication and your interest and your excitement about this project. And I know other administrators have been here at other board meetings, but you're hanging in here with us tonight. So we're happy to do this, and thank you for all your work on behalf of Ohio High Point, along with Dr. Smith and Eric Gattelsberger. Is there anything else for the good of the organization? If not, a motion and a second for adjournment.
Boswell.
Buck.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? I have 623 for adjournment, and I'd
I
like
do
to wish all very happy holidays and bid Kim Boswell, and I think Mr. Moore's not here, and Brian
Mr.
is
Moore's
here.
not.
We'll bid you adieu tonight.